Join today our next Club Fit Challenge starting June 5th. 60 days to transform your life with thousands in prizes and giveaways inside our brand new Club Fit app with proven results. Daily workouts by professional trainer Miss Kim Lyons. Customized recipes and nutrition plans and an incredibly supportive community and accountability. Join today.
I lost 10.5 inches and 6 pounds.
Literally the community. Not only was there accountability, it was fun, y'all.
My body fat percentage went from 16.8% to 12.9%.
I was able to drop over 13 pounds and just under 10 inches.
I go by the weight of my clothes, so if there are some pants that I have on my door that I can't fit, and now I can fit them after this challenge, that's a win-win for me.
It's truly changed my life in every way.
I lost 25 pounds and 15 inches off of my body.
It has helped me gain confidence.
I'm starting to wear skinny jeans.
Got more energy now. We've lost a considerable amount of weight. And it was a lot more fun because I knew I was challenging my husband. And I was going to beat him.
So, you in?
All right, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Jesse Macpherson coming at you live here on this beautiful beginning of the month here as we are starting our next Club Fit Challenge. So this is day one of our 60-day program, or our 8-week challenge here as we are kicking in on, and we want to give you guys an update. So I know there are those of you that are previous challengers on here. We also know that there are many of you that are brand new challengers that are coming into this program to continue and to not only grow in terms of from your health and mentality and habits and all the different things here that are so important that we believe as a part of everything that is provided through this program. But before we get started here and go through what you have access to, what you have availability to, what we're going to be focusing on over the course of this challenge, and obviously I know there's a lot of you that are highly competitive out there, so you want to win those prizes and all the things that we've got going on here. We're super excited. But before we head in it, and I'm going to turn it over here to our trainer to go through basically a lot of the details on what we're going to be focusing on as we go through this week by week. So first of all, again, for those of you that are brand new to our Club Fit Challenge, if this is your first Club Fit Challenge, we are so excited to welcome you into the community, welcome you into the support, welcome you into the excitement and also the trial. And part of it is because this isn't designed to be easy. It's designed to be worth it. And what we mean is that the results that we're looking to get when it comes to this area of our lives, and myself included, I am not a trainer. I'm not a professional in this. I am simply just a participant, just like each and every one of you, that is looking to create results and not only in this area of your life, but for more people. And so this first week of the Club Fit Challenge is still open for registration. This is very important because there are many of you that can get your challenge basically for free by simply referring 4 new customers. So 4 new customers that get into this challenge, and you are going to get your entire challenge and product credit added to your account for you to go out there and shop through the amazing products. Now, throughout the course of this next weeks to come, you're going to be hearing from our founder of this Life by Secret Products, Dr. Howard Cohn. We're going to be going into in-depth and to each product and what's the amazing benefits of them and adding them in, because some of you might have gotten here with just our Club Fit kit, which has our shake and our greens, and some of you might got to start with our Club Fit Plus kit. Regardless of where you started, we want to make sure you understand the importance of each and every one of these products and what kind of a symphony they really create. Individually, they are stars of the show, but together they work so well, and the results that they can create for you when you start layering them and kind of like bio-stacking on top of each other, the results that you're going to see when it comes from just our organic plant-based nutrition, when it comes to our shake and our greens. But we are as for many of you guys know, our #1 selling product in our nutrition category, which is recovery. Heading into our boosters, which some of you guys have figured out should be called bedtime, because some of you getting your best night's sleep on it, to everything from our gut health, from our probiotics to our digestive enzymes, which is a huge product that many of us are in such need of when it comes to our gut health, because we aren't what we eat, we are what we assimilate, and are also what we can use actually. And so our fuel, our food. So this is not just on fitness. This is not just on health. This is on an education and this process that you're going to go through. So I'm excited because I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces that have been through this program to continue to the encouragement that we're going to be having through the program. So this is super, super exciting. Now, the first thing that we want you guys to do here is very important when you get into your app is to take your measurements and your before pictures. Okay, so this is really your goal here this week. In week number 1 of our challenge is to go into your app, and we're going to show you where you're going to see that inside of your app, and it's under your profile, and you're going to take your measurements. Now, I know for many people, this is an area that a lot of people have been hiding around, right? So now you're the only one that's going to see this information. Of course, we'd love for you to share inside of the app or inside of our community. You're more than welcome to do that. Obviously, when you share inside of the app, okay, so you're going to be only showing to people that are inside of the app. If you are sharing inside of our Facebook community group, there are other people in there from previous people and also people that are looking. So just be mindful of that. So if you only want to be sharing with the people that are inside of this challenge, then you're going to do that inside of the app, inside of our community section. Okay, but you're going to take your measurements, right? So, and I think somebody just asked, where's your shoulders? It's all the way around your shoulders. So from shoulder to shoulder, just a tape all the way around. Okay. But the other thing that we're going to be doing is not only taking that, but is your weight, but also your pictures. Now, this is probably one of my pet peeves. I have a few pet peeves, right? One of my pet peeves are people in airports or in on the plane who get up and try to get ahead of the people in front of them, who don't let the people out in front of them. Oh my God. Is one of my things, right? So please don't let me catch you doing that. So I have a few, but that's one of my big ones, right? So, but one of the things here is I have a pet peeve on, and it's not so much a pet peeve. It's just something that I want you guys to be able to qualify for the contest, but also to be able to get accurate before and afters. So when you're going to take your before and after pictures, and we're going to talk a little bit about this, I know some people are reluctant to do this. I promise you are going to want to see the progress, even if you're not going to post it for someone else. And there's no reason that you have to, but I'm telling you, it is something that we know is super important for you to be able to start seeing some of the progress, because a lot of the times there's this what we call non-scale victories. And these non-scale victories, which are usually a lot more because the scale is not your friend most of the time. And when it comes to this, where things that you can physically see some of the differences that are going to be happening as your body is starting to reshape itself through this transformational process that you're going to be on with us over the course of these next 8 weeks. So, but taking your pictures, this is it. Okay, you want to have something so it doesn't have to be more revealing than you're willing to do. Again, these are your photos, right? So guys, you can have your shirt on or shirt off, totally fine. But I recommend if you're going to have a shirt on, just make sure that it is something that's tight enough where you can see. Okay, when you're taking your pictures, you're going to take pictures front, side, and back. There's a photo guideline inside of this, but here's the most important thing. And there's 2 things: lighting. Okay, so lighting is number 1. You're going to want to have light that's there on you. So if you have light, you don't want to have light behind you or behind your camera. You don't want to be backlit. So you can see you can see the pictures pretty well if you can zoom in on them. So number 1, lighting. The second thing is a blank wall. And I don't know why this is confusing. I don't know why, but this seems to be something that is wildly confusing for some people. Is a blank wall. So a white wall, a blank wall. You're like, if I don't have one in your house, just tack a sheet up on the wall, tack a white, a blank sheet up on the wall. I promise you can find one. People say, well, what about a door? No. No, a blank wall. I believe in you. I know you can figure it out. I know that you can find it. It's not as challenging, but part of the reason why is you want the same. You want to do your best to have your before pictures and your after picture to be in the same location and hopefully with the same lighting if at all possible. And the reason why is because we want you to be able to use this. For many of you, as you go out there and share your transformation with people, this is where you're going to go out there and be able to impact other people and have more people join you on the next challenges, because they're going to see the testimonial that you're producing from being a product of the program. So those are just a couple things here before we get started, right? So as we get into it, but we want to dive into this and go, okay, how do I thrive through this contest? How do I get started? Where's my starting blocks? And one of the most important things that I can tell you is that you are not going to probably get through everything, which is why we're going to encourage you to stay a part of the Club Fit community and continue to do this, because you're going to be learning new things every challenge and you're going to be participating in it. We give you so much, knowing that you're probably not going to get to all of it. So that's okay. Don't worry about that. That's going to be part of it. Okay. But the one thing that we want you guys to do is we want to make sure you have everything at your disposal to help you through this challenge when it comes to education, nutrition, shopping guidance, what's in your pantry, the decisions you're making, eating out, making better decisions, forming better habits. So that way, this is something where you don't have just an obtainable result, but a sustainable result when it comes to getting your power back in your health. And I'm so grateful that we have this incredible human for the work that she's done over these decades, really decades of her life, that she has put together when it comes to what really makes a difference for people, when it comes to fitness, when it really makes a difference to people, when it comes to nutrition and decisions and habits, but also behaviors and psychology behind so much of this, of seeing people go through every type of challenge you could possibly experience and seeing people get just miraculous results. And she has dedicated her life as this kind of being her baby, of putting this together, of having everything at your fingertips inside of our Club Fit app. So I'm so excited that she's here to walk all of you that are newbies and those of you that are returners to our Club Fit challenge for our June and July competition. So Miss Kim Lyons, thank you for being here. I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Jesse, it's the first time anybody's ever called me, what'd you say, an incredible human? I think I'm gonna put that on my business card. Just incredible human. Thank you for that. Listen, you guys, like Jesse said, this is my passion. And through the years, I've learned that this is usually not people's passion, but instead something that they really struggle with. So the number one thing that I want you guys to take when going into this challenge is pride. Be proud of yourself for showing up and being here. If you're watching the replay, if you're here live, that is a huge step. And we're going to start right now by patting ourselves on the back and just being proud of yourself for getting this far, because that's the hardest part, is just getting started. And you've already done that. So big thumbs up there. Now, I want everybody in the chat to tell me if this is your first time through the challenge, or if you have been in it before. And while you're doing that, I'm going to tell everyone that, like Jesse said, there is a ridiculous amount of content in this challenge. I have taken so many pieces and parts and put them all together. And I want you guys to kind of think of it as a buffet. That's the best way I can explain it. Where if you go to a buffet and you eat everything on the buffet all at once, you're going to just puke. You're going to leave. You're going to feel disgusted. You're just going to feel horrible. But everything you need is there. Everything you want is there, but you have to make smart decisions as to what pieces and parts that you're going to consume. And when I put together a program like this, that is kind of a one size fits all, it's really tricky to really put all those pieces together and make sure that everything is there to fit everyone. So I want you guys to have that freedom to make changes, to make swaps, but do it really smart. And when you get into the meal plan and you see things, okay, I don't have time to make that taco and you need to make a swap, that doesn't mean Taco Bell. That means let's come up with something else that is healthy and comparable, that is also going to be good. So I'm going to take just a couple seconds here. We've got a lot of first timers here. Good. A couple third and fourth. And I'm going to tell you guys, you can honestly do this challenge 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I promise you, you will continue to take away something different every single time. You would pretty much have to be superhuman to follow everything to a T and do all the meal plans and everything. You literally, it's a lot of work. But again, it's all there for you. So don't get discouraged at any point if you feel like you're not keeping up. You are if you just watch the videos and do nothing else, you're going to learn a lot. If you just read over the meal plan, you will learn a lot. If you just look at the content and glance at it, but don't ever do any of it, you will still learn a lot and take in a lot of information. So at whatever stage you're at in your life, the goal is to not quit. How many of you have had some time to get into the app and dig around a little bit? Have you guys done that yet? And you guys also too, so know that this is a super safe environment. You can always turn on your cameras. I don't care if your house is a mess, if your hair is a mess, most of the time I'm going to show up a hot mess. So don't be shy. I want this to be super interactive and okay, lots of digging. Okay, so you guys are pretty familiar with it. So I'm going to take just a couple minutes to kind of go through the app and share my screen with you and just kind of give you guys some little pointers along the way so that you can really maximize this. Okay, so hang on, let me share my screen here. Oh, hey, Jesse, can you allow me to do that? I was one step ahead of you. Okay, here we go. All right, so you guys should be able to see my screen now. So the first thing that if you guys have done this, or if you are in the membership, and I'll tell you guys if you're new to this, don't worry about the membership yet. A little clock arrow up here, you can push on that and it will take you to all of the programs that you're in. So I'm going to go to the June here. Obviously, I'm in a couple different ones. I keep trying to punch it on my screen. It doesn't work. So this is what you're going to see when you first open up the app. And these are some quick shortcuts that you can go into. The very bottom of the screen here. And then also right up here, this little hamburger icon. These are going to be your key things that you want to focus on. So when you go to the feed is going to be where we communicate with you exactly what you should be doing for the day. Okay, this is where every day you're going to get your assignments. I want you guys to check in every day to see what's going on. So really easy, open up the app every day, click that feed button. Another thing that I want you guys to focus on is the community, and I'll show you how to access that in just a minute. But first I want to go to the portal, which is right down here. This is where you're going to find all of your content. Now, with the content, you guys, oops, that module 3 should not be showing. I will go in there and get rid of that. But you are going to see just the content week by week. Okay, it's going to unlock the modules. My goal with this is for you to really take the time to digest each module. This week, all I want you to focus on is getting familiar with the app, finding the content, seeing what's there, and just getting comfortable navigating around. And then when you click on this, that's where you're going to find everything. So there's all your details on before and after. And I've really worked hard on putting this all in a format that works best for your learning style. So you'll be able to read the content in the guides. You can watch the video if you're more of a visual learner. A lot of these videos you can just listen to. You don't even have to watch them. You can just listen. But you've literally got everything here that you need, okay? The meal plan, again, you guys do what you can, especially in the beginning. A lot of you aren't going to have your kitchen stocked with some of the ingredients, but you're going to start to see a lot of familiar ingredients over and over again. So try and start switching out those things in your kitchen. Okay, and then let's see, Jesse, we got some people in the waiting room. I got them.
I got it. I'm on the way.
Okay, and then, whoops, now I lost my screen. Here we are. Okay, and then going back to, so I push that little back arrow, going back into the little hamburger icon up here. This is where you're going to be able to see literally everything that you need. So the home, the workout, this is going to take you to the workout of the day. And I'm showing a couple different workouts here because, oh no, actually I'm not. Okay, so you'll see your workout of the day. If there's not a workout that day, it means it's a rest day, okay? And the workouts are absolutely optional. I will tell you that the majority of this, when I started this program, I started it simply nutrition based. And the reason for that is I want you to feel good. I want you to bring down the inflammation. I want you to bring up your energy. We're going to learn so many things that are going to help the way that you feel. And I want you to feel good before you start really working out. So don't ever feel like that you have to do these workouts. I want you to be active. I want you to go for walks. I want you to be moving throughout the day, but don't ever feel like you are unsuccessful if you don't do the workouts. If you can just watch them, that's great. I promise you, just watching them will help you get comfortable with the movements. And then when you come back to them, you'll be like, okay, I'm comfortable with this. I'm familiar with it. All right. So there's your workouts. Now the habit tracker, this is something that you guys definitely are going to want to do. This little action right here is going to reinforce in your brain every single day the things that should be taking priority. So you're just going to go through these and check them throughout the day. You can do it before you go to bed. You can visit them in the morning just to remind yourself exactly what you need to do, but stay on top of these because it's really fun. There is a progress report tracker right here where you can see how your progress is. So if you ever feel like, okay, I don't know if I've really been on track, this is keeping track of your habits for you. All right. So the whole goal of this challenge is to change habits for a lifetime. This is not a temporary thing that we're just doing to lose a ton of weight fast. Obviously, coming from the Biggest Loser, I could rip the pounds off you guys really fast, but I can also guarantee that you would put a lot back on. That is not the goal. Okay. My number one goal for this is your overall health and well-being, not entertainment for TV. Okay. So going back to that little hamburger icon, you guys probably found the event because that's where you're here. So this is where you're going to be able to find all of your Zooms and things that you need to tune into. Going back to that hamburger icon, the recipes. So this is a really important section here because if there's something in the meal plan that you're just like, nope, not going to eat that no matter what. And I do challenge you guys to try some of these things because you're going to look at some of the recipes and they're going to be very different than anything you've seen or eaten before. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how delicious these recipes are. So always try something, but I understand there's a lot of hard no's on certain things. So go through these recipes and you can also filter them by breakfast, lunch, snack. There's all kinds of ways that you can filter these, but it also just gives you good ideas of things that you can eat or replace. Okay, so that's the recipe section. And then community. So community is something that is so special on this app. And it's something that I wanted to have everything in one place so that you're not getting your content here. You're going to Facebook, you're trying to be here, you're trying to be there. Everything you need is right in one place. So check in on that community. Let's do some likes. Let's get in there. Look at Lito already has got her stuff in here. Go through, hit that like, leave a comment, something, anything simple, just even like a, hey, good job. You guys get it. That really helps to just cheer everybody on. And it's just motivating. It's really motivating. If you see other people posting recipes, posting their shakes, posting their successes, it's going to bring you along the way. And with that said, if you ever have a rough day and you need a little bit of motivation, I want to hear that too, because that's what this community is here for. If you tell somebody, hey, I need some motivation, help me, you'd be surprised how many people will be there for you. Love that picture, by the way. Okay, so then we go into, let's see, well, really that's kind of the basics of the app. I want to go through the profile area over here. So down in the corner, you'll see that little profile. So this is a super fun area for you guys to keep track of your stats. So you can go in and you can see what your goals are. You can see where your weight is. You can see, oh, also, so we're not counting calories, and you guys will understand why when you go through all of the videos and everything. I don't necessarily want you to eat or to count calories. If you're eating the right foods at the right time and the right amounts, your calories are going to be right where they need to be. So don't necessarily want you to worry about that. But if you've been counting calories your entire life and you still have that mindset, when you go through, you'll notice I put lightly active for my activity, which a lot of people are like, what? You're lightly active? Yes. I work out 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week in the gym. I get in 8, maybe 10, sometimes 12,000 steps a day. I'm doing a lot of work on a computer. I'm sitting most of the day. So that qualifies as lightly active. If you go through these and you see, this is going to change everything, but what moderate activity is, maybe you are not working a desk job, but you're just moving slowly throughout the day, but you're on your feet. Very active would be someone like a construction worker or a UPS driver that is constantly, or UPS person who's constantly moving around packages. And of course, sedentary is pretty self-explanatory. But if you're only really physically working out for an hour or less a day, you're going to be lightly active. Okay. And what that does is change your calorie intake up here. All right. But again, I don't want you to hyper focus on calories. Progress. So this is a lot of fun. Obviously, this is not what my weight has done. I was just playing around here with some examples, but this will track your weight as you go. Put in your before and after photos. Like Jesse said, plain background, and make it fun. You know, I think that these are always really challenging. It's never fun to do before and after pictures. And I always tell this picture, or the story, the picture right here, in the black. So I had my son and I was about ready to really start after the baby weight. And I did these pictures with a photographer that I had been friends with and have done professional photo shoots with literally for 10, 12 years. And when we took these pictures, we were laughing a little bit. It was all lighthearted. And then I got in the car with my husband to go home and I just started bawling. And, you know, and he was like, what just happened? And I'm like, you know, it's still hard when you have a picture in your mind, what you know you can do, and somewhere where you've been. It's hard to take those before pictures because it's the beginning of a journey, but you have to really have that mindset of, this is why I'm here. This is what I'm doing. I love my body for the amazing things it does. You think about the way that your legs move you around, your heart beats, your lungs move. Your body does so many amazing things that you never even have to think about. So really start to appreciate how beautiful and amazing your body is, and stop focusing on the parts that we can pinch and grab and the wrinkles and the dimples, and realize that that is all cosmetic and they're things that we're working on. And there's always going to be something you're working on. So don't let that hold you up. And then obviously the after one, hair and makeup and great lighting. Okay. So the basics of this one and the key of that is to really make sure that you just get good before and afters on that plank. That's not me, obviously. Those are just some stock photos that I pulled to show you guys how important and what you look like or what you're looking for in terms of lighting and background. So take some time to do that. And again, you guys, with the weight, if you guys don't have a smart scale by now, please toss your scale that just gives you some stinking numbers and get a smart scale. They're under $100. Fit Track is one that I really like. And it gives you your water, your muscle mass. It actually gives you some insight into exactly what you're weighing. And I do have that in one of the videos, so you guys will see that as well. Measurements, don't skip on that. The most important part of the measurements, and you guys, I am a super tiny human, so don't look at my measurements. I'm like just a tiny human. I'm like child-sized human. But you want to make sure that you take your measurements in the same exact place before and after. That's the most important thing. So like when I do my hips, I have a freckle right on my hip and I line that thing up with that freckle. You can even do something like when you do your bicep, you can measure 2 inches down from your armpit or whatever, just so you have those exact notes so you can get those measurements the same each time. Super important. And those are so rewarding. Like Jesse was talking about, those non-scale victories are everything. I want you guys to think about your energy level. I want you to think about how you're sleeping. I want you to think about how you're moving. I want so many other things outside of the numbers for your success. Okay. Let's see. Am I forgetting anything, Jesse?
I don't think so. So I think we covered
that pretty much sums it up, you guys. So, and right here on your homepage, this is where, you know, you guys, everything is, it's all here for you guys to just dig into. So that's it. That is the app. Do you guys have any questions for me in terms of how to navigate around the app at all? Let's see, and put them in the chat. We can always get to those as we go. And just out of curiosity, oh, the blueberry muffins are amazing. Yes. Out of curiosity, I would love for you guys to put in the chat too, just so it kind of helps me know exactly what your number one takeaway is that you hope to gain from this program, the number one takeaway that you're just like, if I take nothing away but this, it will be amazing. So think about that, put that in so I can read that. And Jesse, it's all yours.
Absolutely. And it looks like we got, if you want, you can do a hand raise here. So we've got Genevieve, looks like it's got a question. Go for it. And I'm going to a couple other things to share with you guys here before we get after our day one.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for being here, Kim and Jesse. I appreciate you guys so much. My question is, on my Club Fit app, should I be able to see those events that are tonight and the one that you showed for Dr. Cohn next week? Because for some reason, they're not showing up on my app.
Yeah, just make sure, because if you've done a previous challenge, if you click on the little clock on the top, make sure you're in the June challenge.
Okay. I don't, well, my screen's kind of funny, but I see a little thing with a hat in it and a bell. I don't see a,
Yeah, so that little, oh, you don't see the little time clock thing?
no, and I've done all the challenges.
Interesting. Okay, do me a favor and delete the app off your phone and then reload it and sign back in. Try that.
I'm not very tech savvy. I'll have to ask someone how to help me do that.
Yeah, that's super strange. And we can get some tech support on that as well, because I don't know why you wouldn't be seeing that. So yeah, we'll work on that, because that's I don't know why.
So if you see right on the top there, you have your notifications with the little bell, little hat, and right next to you see that little clock. That's going to show you your different programs. Or if you select on the hamburger menu, there's that little underneath recipes. It should say select a program if you're in multiple, or if you've done multiple programs. Does that show up for you?
It is not, but what's interesting is between the last months and this one, like I couldn't get in the app, and then it came back when I paid, after I paid for it again.
Either that, you delete it, or you might just need an update from the Apple Store. So from the App Store is to update the app.
I'll figure it out. We won't spend any more time.
Yeah,
here,
we'll work with you on that for sure, but make sure you keep us posted.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. All right. And while we're getting this in, so a couple different things here, just so you guys know, because we're like, I delete the app. None of your data, the things are stored inside of the app. You don't have to worry about it. So when you create your account, that is all something that you got to, because remember, you can also access this information from your desktop, right? So this stuff is available for you to be able to log on your computer as well, to be able to take a look at it. So you guys should be good from there if you guys are in multiple challenges. So before wrap up here, a couple things here that are going to be important is we still have the opportunity to have as many people to be able to come into this program to do this with you. And so enrollment is still available for the first week, which is our welcome week right now of the challenge. And remember, when you refer 4, you get your kit and product credit back for free. So who do you know that needs to come do this challenge with you? We are going to get the replay of this. You can use our Facebook group. You can use our website. You can use some videos. And I want to thank Kim, who produced another incredible video that is on our clubfitchallenge.com website that goes through some of the details on there. So that way you guys can see all that stuff. So very, 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 very simple here. We want to get more challengers with us. So if all of us go get one more person, we'll double this group, double the contest, double the prizes, and all the different things that are happening. Now, but don't forget, in order to be eligible, you got to get your before pictures done and your measurements inside of your app here this week in order to be eligible for the thousands of dollars in prizes for our body transformation at the end of the 60 days. So, we just, the Facebook group is, if you go to Facebook and go to Club Fit Community, you'll find it. We just dropped the link in there. But again, all details about everything you'll ever need about Club Fit Challenge are going to be at clubfitchallenge.com. So in other words, so if you want to know, well, where's the Facebook, clubfitchallenge.com? Where's the Instagram, clubfitchallenge.com? Where's the video, clubfitchallenge.com? Where's the details on the Get 4, clubfitchallenge.com? Where's, what are the prizes, clubfitchallenge.com? What comes in the packages? What participation countries can participate, right? What is, even at the very bottom of it, you have your Q&A, which has pretty much almost every question you could possibly imagine. So 99% of everything you'll probably need, you'll find at clubfitchallenge.com, whether you need it to get directed to somewhere else, or to be able to share this with people, to be able to come join this challenge with us. So we are super, super, super excited to help as many people get access to these programs and to be able to get the benefits of this and get after this. Now, as Kim said in the very beginning of this, I think this is super important. The education, I want you to think about this as an educational journey. I want you to think about this as a learning journey. Now, when people go into learning, it doesn't matter what it is, when they're learning something new, they're trying something new, or they're experiencing something, there can be a level of frustration, especially in an area that maybe you felt like you haven't had progress or you've had negative momentum in. And all of a sudden, you know, a habit that you've had for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, some of you even longer, and you're looking to make an adjustment in that, I want you to give yourself some grace. I want you to give yourself a little bit of patience here on this, right? So on this. Now, some of you guys are saying you don't have the clock. You wouldn't have the clock unless you were enrolled in previous sessions, just so you guys know. So this is only for those of you that have been in multiple sessions or you're in our VIP program. Otherwise, you wouldn't see it because you aren't in multiple ones. But I want you guys to give yourself a little bit of grace here through this process and to love yourself through this, because in the very beginning, I can tell you that I was so good at beating myself up, right? And it's like you make one bad decision during the day and it's like the week is gone, or like, you know what, I'm going to start over next month. It's almost like, it's like you're throwing the, you know, the baby out with the bathwater. And the thing that we want to do is help you through this progress to be able to continue to learn more, educate more, get more, and obviously be able to see those results from following through the program. So does anybody else have any questions here for Kim before we wrap up? Because it is time for us to go get after this and make this happen. So I really, really, really appreciate you guys. By the way, guys, for those of you guys, if you were in previous challenges that have ended, they won't show up anymore. So the only way that you're going to see the clock is if you have multiple challenges that are on top of each other. So if you did January, that one's long and gone. There's no access to it. So for some of you guys, by the way, you don't need the clock. The clock is not relevant for you. The only reason we have it is because we're in all of our programs. You just want to make sure that you guys you're in your June challenge, so you should be fine. If you do have questions, don't hesitate to email us at clubfitchallenge@clubfit@clubfitchallenge.com. And again, on our website, you can get access to all of this. But ask questions inside of the group. Do not be shy. Don't hesitate to reach out. And we can't wait for you guys to be able to see the results. But the thing that I want to see is I want to see the size of this group double. And I know that we can do that with your guys' support and with your guys' help. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys inside of the app. And we'll look forward to seeing you every single day, posting up your small victories and sharing with everybody inside of the community and following through with those habits. So Kim, anything else before we sign off for today?
No, I think you guys are ready to rock and roll. Just don't hesitate to ask questions. The first place that you want to ask questions is in the community, because a lot of the other members will answer. And I am usually checking the community first before anywhere else. Don't worry about the tech. You guys will get used to it. We'll figure it out. I'm going to look into a few of these that are saying they're only seeing certain things, and we will get this all figured out. But you guys, this is going to be fun, and your mindset is going to dictate how much fun you have with it. And I will tell you that I have been learning a lot of new skills in terms of marketing and some digital stuff that is really new to me. And I found myself getting in a real funk about it. And I literally had to stop, sit myself down and go, you know what? This is new. I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to crush this. Nothing's going to be easy when you first try, but I promise you by the end of this challenge, you're going to be like, wow, mind blown. I have so many things to work on. And it is a lifetime journey, not a short couple month journey. So get in it for the long haul and let's get healthy together.
Awesome. Thank you guys. We'll see you on the app. Bye.